Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Tonii, it is me, it is I, and today is an exciting day. Actually, really quick, before anything, let a bitch get comfortable. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel because we are on a journey together and I want you to come with me. So, I just had a coffee, y'all, so excuse that. I'm lost in a train of thought. If you're new here, subscribe. If you've never seen me before, welcome. My name is Tonii and I am transgender and I'm here to talk to you guys about my life and some stuff that y'all been asking. So I have a couple, I have a couple of notes that I wanted to share with you all about stuff that y'all asked. So one of the questions that I asked, and I think I'm going to focus this whole video on this question, is the question that I was asked was, how am I so comfortable wearing hair, makeup, wigs, nails, the whole thing? And it's something that I wanted to clear up really quick before anything gets started in this video, is that first of all, subscribe. Number two, you guys, I'm not in hair and makeup all the time. Like, I wear makeup and I wear my boy hair, but I'm not in like a wig and a full-on like gown 24/7. That's not me. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm in this full get-up all the time because that would be a lie. That's not me, and it's not that it's not gonna be me. It's just that right now at this point in my life, it's like about 50-50. I'm not living fully as a woman, if that makes sense to the trans community out there. Just so you guys know. And if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you would know that this bitch is laying in her bed with no makeup on. I'm gonna go back to the question. The question was, you know, how am I feel so comfortable doing all these things? And honestly, overall, I have to tell you guys that it all comes from here. It truly comes from your heart. It's something that you have to feel and that you have to want to do it. Because other than that, you're not gonna do it. And I'm gonna go back literally way back, girl, to, I'm gonna start this off with makeup. How I started to feel comfortable wearing makeup. I started wearing makeup, guys, back in 2009, which was about 9 years ago, when it was not as popular for boys to wear makeup. You know, like guys, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure guys wore makeup back then, but it wasn't trendy on YouTube. I think YouTube at the time, like Encore Makeup was one of the only boys that was wearing makeup that I can remember. Encore and Petrolude, aka Josh, they were like the first boys that I ever saw wearing makeup on YouTube. Like, I used to watch their videos religiously. Like, I'm gonna need Josh, Petrolude to come back on YouTube and show what it was, because that's the OG boy makeup. Okay? And if y'all don't know who Petrolude is, I'm gonna need you to go and look at his videos. Moving on from that. So, sorry guys, I just had a little moment because the beauty community has been a mess lately. It's something that I've always wanted. Like, I have always wanted to wear makeup since I can remember. Like, I remember when my mom was not home, I would put on her makeup and like, it was a mess, but I would put it on. So when I started beauty school, I started wearing little more makeup. Like, the first thing that I did, and this is something that maybe will work for you, is I would curl my lashes, and that was it. I started off just curling my lashes. So maybe that's a step that maybe will make you feel a little bit more closer to your gender, is curling your lashes, or maybe putting on the clear mascara, because I have blonde lashes, so I couldn't go straight into black without somebody noticing. So honestly, wearing clear mascara is a great step if you are barely getting started. Now, I will say that we do live in a time where it's a little bit more socially acceptable for men to wear makeup or boys to wear makeup or be a little more androgynous. Right now, I feel, I mean, it's always been around, but I feel like right now it's just like this big time where you can totally do that. So go for it, you know, feel comfortable. For me, I started doing that, and then eventually I started gradually wearing makeup. Like, I remember buying my first foundation was the Makeup Forever HD foundation because that shit was bomb back then, you know. And I have a video of me putting that makeup on, and it's a total 360 from there to this now. But just little things like that, even a little bit of concealer, maybe just powder, or like I said, mascara. Build your way up. That's going to be my best advice, because if you completely jump from one to the other one, everybody in your family's going to be like. But if you go in a little bit slower, take your time, then you will totally be fine. You know, it kind of like, they grow with you, if that makes sense. The people around you will grow with you and be like more it'll be a little easier, more acceptable for them to understand it. Also, Halloween was the time for me to thrive every single year. I could never wait for Halloween to come sooner because it was the one time where it was kind of acceptable for me to wear makeup. I would literally wear so much makeup during Halloween. Every weekend was a different look because I wanted to express myself and wear lashes and makeup. And you can see that in these photos. Clothing is another one that has been asked of me for the longest time. How I feel comfortable wearing what I wear. Now, I'm not great at styling, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like the worst at fashion. I wish I was better at it. Something that I'm working on. But for me, the way that I started wearing women's clothes and to feel a little bit more comfortable was that I started by, honestly guys, wearing women's jeans. That was my start. Like, I started wearing women's jeans. And as I got older, I started wearing boy jeans, and I just never felt comfortable wearing boy jeans. It just didn't feel right. And as I got older, I eventually started to try on women's jeans and see what I thought about women's jeans. And I felt 100% at home once I started wearing women's jeans. So that's one thing that you can start with, because jeans are so gender neutral, if that makes sense. That's a great way to start. Another thing that I started to do is I started to wear bodysuits. I know that a lot of you are going to be like, bodysuits? Yes, bodysuits. And if you know me or you're my friend, you goddamn know that I live in bitch, I want a bodysuit right now. But I love bodysuits because they kind of make you feel very feminine, if that makes sense. And they also tuck you in the right areas. And they're fun and they're comfortable, and there's so many variations of them. That's another way, because it's almost like a t-shirt that you just kind of tucked in, so you still kind of feel like a boy. You could also start wearing women's camis. Cami shirts always make the biggest difference. You can wear a camisole underneath your boy shirt if you are just curious on what you want to start wearing, if that makes sense. This is when I started to like wear jewelry and try to wear with different things, because I wanted to switch up my style and identify more with who I thought I was or who I wanted to become. But eventually my advice would be push yourself a little bit more. Start wearing a woman's shirt or like a jacket, something that's, like I said, gender neutral, so that you can start to build your way up. But if you just want to jump in and go for it, that's totally fine too. There's moments when I'm like wearing something and everybody's like, damn bitch, did you just wear that? Yes, I literally just wore that. Another favorite thing that I love to wear is gender kind of neutral, like where you're kind of in the middle, and you will start to feel more comfortable in your skin and in your body wearing these things. So those would be my advice. Literally start in the clothes that you feel the most comfortable and work your way to where you want to be. Because me 10 years ago would have never have worn this, but bitch, now me, I live for this, and I'm gonna wear this in a shoot because I haven't worn this in so long. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is wigs, hair, like nails. I guess I'll start with nails. Nails for me, guys, like nails I think is like a great way to start how to like change your look up and whatnot. Look at how pretty my nail is. Ooh, they're holographic. So for me, nails, the first thing, I guess because I was in beauty school as well, so I was kind of like, when my parents would ask, I was like, oh, I'm just, I'm in beauty school, I'm trying to learn everything. But my advice would be, go get a manicure. Literally, girls, boys that are transitioning, starting to do it, get a manicure. Start out by getting like a basic ass manicure with clear nail polish. Literally, like just start doing that. I used to never get manicures, and my best friend was like, oh, let's just go get manicures. And we started going, and it was a ritual thing that we would go every other Sunday and just get our nails done. And it feels so good to like just be, girly and have cute little nails. And I started with clear nail polish, and eventually I started wearing nude tones. My favorite color is from OPI. It's a nail polish. It's called Salmon Sand. It is the most beautiful iridescent nude. And then even recently, as of recently, I started wearing white nails. Like I wore white nails, and that was such a big step for me because I was uncomfortable. And my friend at the time, he was like, girl, you should wear white nails. Like, go for it. Why not? Push yourself. And I went in, and the girl asked me, what color nails do you want? And I said, I want white. I was all nervous, and I was like, but I'll take white. I did white, and I felt so amazing that I wore white nails. Like, I would have never seen myself wearing white nails. Now our next step is to wear acrylics, girl. One day, girl, soon. Wigs. Alright guys, wigs was the biggest one for me. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys a really quick story of me being 19, 20, and I remember that like I used to go buy the little like $10 extensions from CVS that was human hair wigs from what's that place called? Sally's, and they were short, and I would make them into wigs, and like It's so funny because I would make them into wigs and I would wear them. Like I would get in like mom's car at the time and I would drive to my best friend's house, and like it's like a city away, and there's like hills that you have to go through. So I put the wig on then, and I like lower the window and put on music and just let the wind hit my hair, my face, and my hair. And I know it sounds like stupid to some of you, but it was just it made me feel whole at the time. Also, at this point in my life was when I started to bleach my hair, cut it differently, let it grow out, try different things, because I wanted to explore that side of who I was. I wanted to feel different and not like myself. So that was like the first time that I ever wore wigs, and then I stopped. And then more so recent now, like wigs would get sent to me, everybody would be like, why don't you wear wigs out? That was the hardest one for me personally. I don't know why. I think it's just the fear of whatever it is. I don't know why I get to do this to myself, but I went on a shoot with a friend and I was wearing a brown wig, and like we were walking around Chinatown, and I was just like, girl, like we went into a store and I had the wig on, like why not, you know? And it felt so free that I just started wearing wigs, and I went to a nightclub and I wore a wig, and it just kind of snowballed from there. Now I did go into a Rite Aid in a wig, and that was awkward because my makeup looked like shit and I just didn't like the way it looked. But honestly, it all comes from here. If you literally go out there and just say, I'm gonna feel so bomb, you're gonna feel bomb and you're gonna look bomb, and everybody around you is gonna be like, damn bitch, who that? You know, but if you feel like, oh my god, I'm scared they're gonna clock my wig, girl, it's gonna be all over your face. So my advice is do it as you feel it in here. Yes, have people encourage you and push you, but you have to want it. You have to want to like be like, bitch, I'm gonna walk out there and be snatched as shit. You have to want it. So yeah, that's my advice, guys. Literally, once you feel it in your heart, you will do it and you will feel amazing. And just remember, guys and girls, that everything we want is literally on the other side of fear.